think is the most important thing that came out of the uprising?
Respect. Respect that if we don't get justice, we'll tear this motherfucker to pieces. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing America really understands is violence, and because that's how she deals with her problems. That's if she don't like fucking what Saddam Hussein is doing, let's smoke him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, fuck the dump. That's how we should deal with our problems to gain that respect. If we're looking for the eye of America. If the Rodney King verdict would have went down and black people would have protested and picket signs, that would have died down in 2 days.
Right.
It'd have been on the news for 2 days and didn't die down. But tearing this motherfucker up, they still talking about it. I think it was very healthy for black people.
Do you see a difference in the way people sort of feel about themselves, talking about young black people?
Yeah, I mean, they feel a sense of respect. They feel a sense they got the world's attention. And they feel like if any time we have a problem, we could do that again and get the world attention, And, I mean, it gains respect, Shutting down Los Angeles for 3 days after 6, After 6 for 3 days, it wasn't no business. Nobody was making no money. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see anything coming down, like jobs or any changes like that happening?
No, see, it's no changes like that because nobody's gonna hire the black man. The black man has to hire himself.
Mm-hmm.
So until we're economic base and economic strength and force, we should never look for that.
How do we get that way, though?
Networking, realizing that the beast is our enemy, and why should we go and shop with him if he is our enemy? And we should realize that. And we should, shop with each other. It's slowly but surely everything is coming together. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot slower than I would like, but, I've talked to H. Rap Brown, and he was telling me, this kind of shit take time. This is the first generation of young black people that's not afraid.
Why is that? Why are we the first generation that's not afraid?
Because of the struggles in the past, as far as my mother's generation in the 50s, 60s, the struggle, it was both sides of the fence. It was the people that followed Martin Luther King, which was nonviolent, who got a lot of things done, and it was people who was more or less on Black Panther, Malcolm X tip, who was saying, fuck that, you ain't gonna kill us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, once we're able to see, and teeter-totter on which one is the best for black people, you know what I'm saying? We say, okay, Martin Luther King tried to be nonviolent, they smoked him. The worst thing for white people to have done is to have a conspiracy and kill Martin Luther King. Because that shows us that no matter how you come at this beast, they're gonna smoke you. So it's better for you to bear arms and defend yourself. And that's the mentality of this generation. We can't comprehend being wet up, dog sick on us, being just beat like that. I can't get that in my head, So the racism that was in the past is definitely in the past, as far as them just straight out physically abusing us, and we not doing a damn thing for it.
A lot of people talked about rappers, particularly you, Ice-T, a lot of LA rappers, sort of almost predicted the riots. Is that too simplistic, or is that something that's partly true?
I mean, it's partly true, but you gotta be blind, or you don't want to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's easy to see. I mean, it's gonna get worse. I mean, I see it every day. I see black people and white people have totally different views of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And what it is just a train on a collision course. And it's gonna happen again. It's gonna magnify. It's gonna be more than LA. It's gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? This is, I mean, we in the threshold of a revolution in this country, and people don't want to realize that.
What do you think's going to be the next trigger?
Ain't no telling. Probably just blatant racism, like it's been, like we saw with that tape. Just blatant. For what? Like racism. What America wants to do really is cover her racism. Because, I mean, she doesn't want to separate with us. I mean, we're such an economic force. If we are separated from America as far as we have our own separate state or our own separate land, America be crippled.
Is that what you see sometime in the future, a separate state? Or
that's what I hope. That's what I wish for. I wish we had, you know, we deserve a piece of this. And they should give us a piece of this. You know what I'm saying? Either they're going to give it to us or we're going to take a piece. It's going to happen. Maybe not in my lifetime, but it's going to happen. And it should be ours, and we should govern it the way we want to govern it with our people, and, you know, and I would love to see that. Because I know the game. I know they don't want us here. They just faking it like they do. See, they confuse black people to the point where we don't know what the fuck to do. They discriminate, they do everything they can to make our stay here the worst possible thing. But on the other hand, they say, no, everybody's equal. We want you guys. We
can vote.
We're trying to work everything out. You know what I'm saying? But day by day, the same shit go on. You know, it's like, and some middle America is so fucking naive. It's pathetic because it's like a race, man. It's like a 500-yard race. But we carried you for 400 yards. Now you say we can put you down. And now we can race you the last 100 yards. We didn't get no water, no nothing. Just race you on strong, firm legs. Now we running a race and you tripping and pushing and knocking us down and fucking us up the rest of the 100 yards, but expect us to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of shit is that?
Well, you can see a lot of attention nationwide. I mean, internationally on LA now.
Yeah.
With
LA, I think the East Coast is more conscious than the West Coast, but I think the West Coast has a spark. It's like the West Coast. It's not a. It's starting to get, but it's not a real conscious flavor out here. But I think the brothers out here know when it's time to change things.
Do you think that you and other artists, rap artists, contributed to that? People being more aware?
I hope so. I hope so. I think, to be honest, I think Chuck D a Public Enemy, man. He's played he should go down in history books because he's played a real important factor in turning this whole shit around on conscious thinking. Because before his record came out, wasn't nobody thinking like this. I mean, it was people. It was. I'm talking about in the rap.
Right.
You know, but it was, of course, it was organizations like the Nation of Islam and people like that. But as far as youngsters, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking like that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think 5 or 6 years ago you could have said, "This is a generation that's not afraid."
Yeah.
You know.
Now I can. I never have fear.
D got killed because he was Uncle Tom. And Nikki here is just another white man's whore.
Hey, yo, why don't you watch your mouth?
Yo, when push came to shove, D was willing to fight a black brother to protect his white friend. Truth is, the white devil didn't have D's back.
Everything with you is race. Race, race, race.
That's right, everything is race.
This isn't even about race. This is about ignorance. An ignorant fool with a gun.
No. She'd have been going out with a black guy. He'd have been going out with a white girl. Everything would have been squashed.
And that's ignorant.
No, it's not. What
yes,
are you talking about?
Nikki, I don't blame you because you're a sister.
Well, if you're gonna...
I do blame this white devil you was with.
If you're gonna blame him, then you better blame me. Because we were in this together, okay? And if you're gonna blame me, you better blame him because He thought nuts pulling the fucking trigger was wild. If you're gonna blame us, then you better blame your fucking self.
You need to wake up, sister.
No, you need to wake up.
Welcome to this edition of Movie Time. I'm your host, Patrick Farrell, and today we're going to take a look at Zebrahead, written by Anthony Darzan. Zebrahead takes place in a racially mixed middle-class neighborhood. The story revolves around Zach, who is white, his best friend Dee, who is black. When Dee's attractive cousin Nikki comes to town, she eventually starts dating Zach, and that's when the trouble starts. If you want to learn more, then watch this clip.
Why wouldn't you go out with a white boy?
I just wouldn't.
All right, there. Would you kick it with an Italian boy?
Why not? Yeah.
Italian's not white?
Nah, not really.
Yeah! Come on!
It's about the way it is. It's about the way it could be.
Don't worry about him. He's in special ed.
For the gifted.
It's because you listen to black music. That don't make you black.
You're different than what I expected.
Oh, yeah? This is me, though. This is who I am. You hear that, Mr. Wims? Your son can rhyme.
My 8-year-old daughter can rhyme. Can he read and write?
I want my respect.
You ain't no white boy gonna ever give you your respect. That's straight up.
Everything with you is race.
That's right, everything is race.
This isn't even about race. This is about ignorance.
You like this girl? Everything will be all right.
I don't think so.
Stick with your tribe.
This is 1992. Things changed since back in the days.
You don't know me. You don't know nothing about me.
Why don't you show the brother some respect?
In this society, anything is liable to happen.
What's up, Ken?
Why you always gotta make so much noise?
To be heard.
If you're gonna blame him, then you better blame me. Because we were in this together.
Can you live with that? Black and white like this?
Zebrahead. It's about change. It's about time.
I find Zebrahead to be an interesting film because it offers a view of racism and bigotry in the middle-class America through the eyes of the film director. But what I dislike about the film was the stereotypical black characters like Nut, who played a psychotic youth, Nikki's mother, who was an alcoholic, Nut's best friend, who was a crackhead, and even one of the main characters, Nikki, was portrayed as a sexually promiscuous young lady. Almost all the black characters in this film had a negative image, and I didn't think that was necessary. Zebrahead does manage to bring some important questions about today's society and race relation. So you can check it out on home video. So, till next time, I'm your host, Patrick Farrell. Peace.
I'm not with that rap music, you know what I'm saying? Because rap has affected every home in America. There's white kids out there. Now we're their heroes. At first it was Stray Cats or whoever the fuck, whatever these groups are, it's fucking
Journey
and, you know, whoever the fuck they are. That was they role models. Now they got fucking Ice Cube on their wall. And like their father hated because a kid hear a totally different philosophy.
And what happens to those kids? Do you think it changes them at all?
I think it makes them see the whole picture. You know what? White people are real naive because they think that the 1% of the population that run this whole motherfucker is looking out for them too. You see what I'm saying? But that 1% is looking out for that 1%. What's gonna happen is white people, that's where the revolution is gonna come from. Fed up white people.
And at one point they're gonna stop blaming blacks for their problem, right?
Yeah. They blame us now. We're discriminating against them.
Right.
That's the wildest shit I ever heard in my life.
Welfare queens cost me my job.
Yeah. No. Bush cost you your job. Bush don't give a fuck about nobody but Bush. Clinton don't give a fuck about nobody but Clinton and the Clinton family and the heirs of the Clinton family, and Perot is the same way. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care about nothing but their people, their own little clique, their secret societies. Like Bush is from the Skull and Bones out of Yale University, so They little secret shit. That's all they, and they plan on taking over the fucking world. That's what them prep schools and all that shit plan those white kids to do, is take over the world. The New World Order, that's what that means. One fucking ruler of the whole world. It's crazy, man.
What's crazy?
I mean, the time that we're in, you know, when I say we're on the threshold of total global change, I'm in the mix. I'm a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, who would have thought?
And I mean, we can go either way right now. Like you said, we're at the threshold of whatever. You know, we don't know. It could either be...
Black people ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, my philosophy is I'd rather die standing up than live on my knees. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you talk about that in the record.
Oh, yeah. I'd rather die standing up than live on my knees. And the thing is, the thing that America doesn't realize, these black kids won't die for the cause. They'll kill for the cause. That's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And they got to realize that they ain't dealing with the brothers from the 60s. H. Rap Brown told me, these ain't the same brothers from the 60s. He said the black folks are more conscious in the 1990s than they ever was in the 60s.
Other tool people been using to sort of poison or limit your impact is all these charges of anti-Semitism and all that kind of stuff. Like,
don't worry me none.
On the record, you're very unapologetic about that.
Don't worry me none. You know why? Because, I mean, can you imagine them trying to compare me with a fucking David Duke?
Well, they did. I've got all the clips. I can prove it.
I know, but, I mean, like, that's the worst insult. That was an insult, trying to compare me to a cracker. You know what I'm saying? That's the insult. That's where I was mad. You know what I'm saying? Man, I could give a fuck about who think I'm anti-what. The same motherfuckers that call me anti-Semitic will not pick up an Ice Cube record. Will not buy Ice Cube record. So fuck them. I ain't got time for that shit. What the fuck I got time to be anti-Semitic? What do I get out of that?
I don't know.
I get not one fucking ounce of anything out of that. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the shit is so fucking stupid. It's like, I get nothing out of it. I can see if I gain power or strength or, man, I can give a fuck what your religious beliefs are or what you believe in. Who gives a fuck? Black, white, Chinese, who gives a fuck? Are you down for the struggle? Have you been an asset to black people or have you been a fucking problem? If you're a problem, yeah, I'm anti-you. And as far as lyrics, you know, yo, these new kids coming up, man. if you don't try to keep up with what, you know, the flow, you'll be through. You know what I'm saying? Right. Your shit'll be out of there.
Like DOS or...
Yeah, I mean, them motherfuckers is incredible. They're incredible. Not only the way they deliver, but it's things they say, you know. And you gotta keep up with that shit, man. You get lost. And I'm like a hip hop student. I study why people fall off, and you know why people are last, and you know what do people do wrong here or there or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I try to make sure that don't happen to me. I try to make every album sound different.